Hello students, welcome to Saurabh sir classes. Today we are on discussion of how to prepare chemistry optional for WBCS exam. In WBCS exam, we can take chemistry as an optional subject, and many students from chemistry background they they compete for this WBCS exam, and we see that the exam pattern is of two type. Of the two type, one is the preliminary exam. If someone pass the preliminary exam, then he has to sit for main final exam. And in the final exam, chemistry, there are chemistry subject, and it has a vast syllabus, both in organic, inorganic, and physical. And this paper, there are two papers in usually. The paper one, this contains your inorganic, and physical chemistry. And paper 2, this contains organic chemistry only. And the question sets up that are question that are set up in this exam are almost a BSc honors level and little higher also than this. And it is we see that these there are some topics which are very much important for this exam. Actually, these topics are needs to be thoroughly go through and for proper understanding of this chemistry. And this actually we are getting almost every year question from these topics, and these are mainly atomic structure, chemical bonding, periodicity or periodic table. These three are the foundation level chapters. This requires thorough study for this exam, because next chapters are mainly depends upon the concept of these three chapters. And also we have to study this acid base and redox reaction. These reactions are also important in this WBCS exam. Here also we are getting questions almost every year. And in other second category, where importance is given, is gaseous state, thermodynamics, solid state, here numerical problems are essential you have to practice, one have to practice numerical problem on these chapters, and these are very common numerical problems used to come from these chapters. So these chapters are important. And other chapters in organic, conceptual chapters, or conceptual chapter in organic, conceptual chapters in organic, they are, number one is aromaticity, number two is reaction mechanism, study of mechanism is in organic reaction, and also number three, types of reaction. These three are conceptual chapter in organic chemistry, which is very much essential for we have to study this very thoroughly, and mainly the reaction mechanism like SN1, SN2, SNI, E1, E2, E1CB. These reactions are very important mechanism of this type of reaction, because these different reactions based on this type of mechanism are also set up in this in the question of this WBCS exam, and also it is related with the stereochemistry of this of the product, because in SN1 we know that there may be racemization, that is both inversion, both R and S, two type of products are stereoisomers are possible, but in SN2 there is a complete inversion, that is R to S or S to R. So this type of conception is very essential for this for further understanding of the types of reaction. So these three chapters are almost interrelated. Aromaticity is that is due to this which some aromatic compounds have some special properties, which are aromatic, which are not anti-aromatic. These are the major area where the conception has to be clear. And types of reactions, it is either substitution reaction or elimination reaction or addition reaction or oxidation reduction reaction. That has to be cleared. What type of reaction it is showing. If you are given a reaction, what type of reaction it is showing, that you have to identify, and according to that your reagent has to be chosen. So in this part of organic chemistry, most people are getting afraid of this part, mainly this mechanism, types of reaction and aromaticity. And I think these three parts are interrelated, and they has to be taken in a from the very beginning, and the conception has to be clear in this part. And following this three chapters in organic chemistry, there are also number 4, organometallic compounds. And these organometallic compounds, they are mainly these organometallic compounds, they are mainly uh, uh, are used mainly in the synthesis purpose. So for their use is essential. You have to know that the use of this organometallic compound like Grignard reagent, trimethylsilane, or or your um, this type of compound, they can give us they can be used for different synthesis. Suppose Grignard reagent can be used for the preparation of alcohol, even acid, ether, alcohol, acid, and also in alkane also, it can be prepared for alkane also. So Grignard reagent, this has a wide application, and we know that in Grignard reagent, use of Grignard reagent, there is a increase in the carbon number. So which synthesis where we are interested to increase the carbon number, that can be used here as an organometallic compound. And another important chapter in organic chemistry is spectroscopy. Here we have to study this UV, visible, NMR, IR, these spectra, and different molecules having different functional groups, and according to their functional groups, their different spectral absorption peak are obtained. In different NMR study also give different curve for this different compound, and also in UV also we will get different absorption level for different functional groups. So this spectroscopic study, and it is also important for identifying the different functional group. This is also a correlation between the chemical study and the spectroscopic study. That is, chemical study, we can also identify a group. Similarly, in the spectroscopic study, we can also identify a group. So it requires correlation between these chemical method and spectroscopic methods, and that type of question is expected in this WBCS exam. And in inorganic chemistry, we should have emphasis on besides our chemical bonding and periodic table, we should give emphasis on coordination chemistry. Coordination chemistry. This is a very important chapter in inorganic chemistry, where one can expect questions in each and every year. And this is very important from the perspective of this complex formation, its color, its magnetic property. All these are related in coordination chemistry. We can judge the type of complex, or magnetic property, its color, and these things varies with complex to complex. Suppose in case of copper sulfate, it is a blue in color in aqueous solution, but when ammonia is added, this blue color is further intensified. So why this blue color further intensified? That can be explained from this coordination chemistry, and where we use the valence band theory, crystal field theory, ligand field theory. These theories are important, and also the naming of this coordination complex, that is also important. IUPAC naming is important for this coordination chemistry, where IUPAC name, how these rules are used in naming the complex. So these are the thrust area, and we have to prepare for this WBCS exam. And in our Saurabh sir classes, we used to provide notes, and we conduct mock test for this WBCS exam. Accordingly, we have a strategic and plan for how this exam, what are the thrust area for suppose in 2020, which subjects, which part of organic, inorganic and physical, which part had to be given special care. That is also we are we are giving the students, and necessary questions and notes are also given on this chapter. And so if you are interested, you may go through our website and contact us for coaching. We have both online and offline teaching process. In offline, we have classes in Calcutta and Delhi, and in online we have always classes is available, and online classes is also available. And if you are interested, you can contact us, and hope we will be able to satisfy you with our efforts and with our expertise. Thank you all for viewing this video.